Hey guys, it's Bao Johnny Tech Review, and I hope you guys are having a good week so far. So recently I've been cooperating with Rosewheel doing some of their headphone review, and recently they have reached out to me again asking me to check out their RGB gaming keyboard and also their gaming headset. So first up is this RGH 3300. This is a gaming headset. This one is currently retail for $35, which is pretty cool. It's not really expensive and it comes with a lot of features, and I'll get into a little bit of detail. You do get the option of an additional 3.5mm audio cable that you can split into microphone and headphone, which is good. And then it comes with a user manual, of course. And then the other item that I'm using right now is the RGB keyboard. This is the RK9000 V2, and as you can see here, it's an RGB keyboard. This one is a Cherry MX Blue RGB. And this is a pretty nice keyboard. It comes with a little cable here, and this cable is about 5 feet long with a little angle plug. And then of course you have a user menu and one of these key puller, which is pretty typical. So yes, I've been using it for about a week or so, and I'm pretty happy with both. I'm more happy with the keyboard than the headset because I'm used to using, the HD650, so I'm kind of spoiled. I do that setup with a Blue Yeti mic for my gaming, but I'll move to just close back sound. I'll give you a little bit sound demonstration a little bit later. But first I just want to talk about overall build quality. You got plastic all around pretty much. You have kind of leather, fake leather pad here up top, and you have a band here. What I found is that the headset is actually pretty stiff, and you have to kind of worn it out and use it for a little bit before it becomes a little bit loosened. And on here you have about 4 adjustments on each side, as you can see here, and they're pretty stiff also, and they don't really move around. They stay in place pretty well. And if I put it in my head, just to give you an idea, as you can see, it's pretty comfortable and it goes around my ear really well. And the headset can be out of the way just like this, and you can put the microphone down just like that. Of course, you have the 3.5mm audio cable, and then of course the adapter will split them into both. So you can use this on your Xbox or something like that, and you can use the split on your PC. That's what I use usually. Alright guys, so you can listen to this right now. I have the mic about 4 or 5 inches away, and the volume is at about 80%, so it's kind of soft. I'm going to go ahead and increase that to 100% just to give you an idea. So this is 100%. I'm speaking on a more no volume level, kind of give you an idea. And yeah, in gaming, I actually play Counter-Strike, and people say that my voice sounds pretty good, and I'm pretty happy with it. The isolation is really good in this headphone, so when you put it on, I can hear my voice in the background, but it's kind of muffled, so you get a really intense experience. But I'm used to open back headphones, so I'm unable to hear my voice really well. It's kind of a little bit strange to me. So as you can see, that works quite well, but there are something that I do want to point out. First of all, I'm spoiled by the HD650 and my Blue Yeti mic setup for gaming. So I like the open sound stage. So playing game like Counter-Strike, Dota, I really enjoy the open sound stage, especially in Counter-Strike. Allow me to quickly pick up enemies, opponent, and all that stuff. And with this, you still get that. It's not as open, of course. The sound kind of feel a little bit hollow, but the sound quality is not too bad on the headphone. I feel like the bass could be a little bit better in this headphone, but in general, for $35, I think it's quite a good deal for this headphone. And yeah, other headphones are in this price range. They're kind of crappy quality, and I'd expect this to be, but when I got it, I was impressed on the good build quality of this guy. So next, let's talk about the RGB keyboard. First of all, this is what it looks like again. As you can see, this is an all blood color, and this is a kind of matte finish. In the back here, you just have the control for the legs, so you can come flip them out. They stay out and in place pretty well. I use them with the leg out because I like the angle position. There is no wrist rest, so you do have to get your own wrist rest if you want to do that. Even though you use a mini USB cable for the plug in here, it does come with an angle plug. That's something I complained previously about the AJS small keyboard that I have reviewed, and that little small straight angle is not cool. So this angle plug here is pretty nice, and the cable is like a really nice braided cable, and it's quite large. It is about it's pretty thick, as you can see here. There's no extra USB port or anything like that, but I do like the fact that it's a pretty stiff cable, and you got about 5 or 6 feet of this cable here. So as far as the functionality of the keyboard, what I found is that there's no software to control all of these RGB key, and this is kind of remind me of the back in the day when Ducky Shine was making keyboard. You have auto control built right into the keyboard. So of course you can change to the 7 different color of lighting. You can also turn it off completely. Of course, the lightings are pretty bright, and it comes through these keys, shine through these keys pretty well compared to the previous AJAS keyboard I was using. So before this, I'm using a Corsair Stripe, which is actually right here, resting right in front of me, and that keyboard is really quiet and nice. But this is a little bit louder, of course, because it's MX Cherry Blue. I do like that. I like the tactile feedback, and I feel it's a pretty nice little keyboard. There's nothing wrong with it. Alright guys, I just want to show you the user menu that's including this Rosewheel keyboard. It's basically about 8 pages or so, and it has a lot of detail actually with pictures, so give you an idea. Just here you see. So here you can make some adjustment and show you the layout right here. The next page here show you how to use some of these profile function. So you have up to 5 different color profile, and over here you have some macro functionality. I'm not really using that much macro functionality, but it's here if you want to do some recording. And then here you have some hot launch key, and then here is some way to activate those color profile for the single color, and then here you can have the RGB keyboard. But anyway, I just want to show you guys a quick kind of demonstration to give you an idea. So here you can see currently the keyboard is off, no color lighting. I'm going to go ahead and activate it by pressing the function key and then this button here. Get to use white color here, and you can change these various different color. But anyway, this is one color, and then you can change to kind of like this color fading mode. So this is slowly going to change color to different colors you can see. Now purple kind of slowly going to pink. We can go to the next mode called wave. Just kind of give you an idea, it's kind of wavy color, very nice. And then we go right into the raindrop, and it's just kind of like a random sprinkle, as you can see, different colors. And then of course we go into this one called trigger. Trigger is basically kind of reactive, so you press and it kind of just come on and then go away, as you can see right now. And then next we go into a mode called flashing. So flashing just does its own little thing, and then when we press it, it kind of just reacts to it just a little bit, but it does its own little thing now, as you can see. Next we have one called bum, and bum is basically doing this wavy effect. It's kind of the wave effect. You press a key, and as you can see, it goes out. And of course, any of these modes you can adjust how fast, how slow it is. So this is how slow, and we can go faster by selecting this arrow here. You can see how fast it is now. So as you can see, and you can make all kind of color adjustment here, which is quite neat. So again, because the keyboard doesn't come with any software, you definitely has a lot of cover profile that's built in, and you can also create your own. So I'm gonna go ahead and F5, F6 is the 2 color profile that you can have, and then F7, F8 activate those 2. So F5, 6 is to start a recording. So I'm gonna go ahead and press F5 here, function, F5, and this is one of the profile that I currently have. This is the color it tell you that it's currently in, so this is the current color. So I can do 1, 2, 3, 4 RGB here, and I can change to different colors, you can see. Sorry, I had to hold out the function key here. As you can see, it's changed into different color, and if I want to like that color, I can select put any of these key and select that color, as you can see. And again, I will just go ahead and change it again to like maybe pink, and then we can go ahead and change these color to pink. So when you're done with that mode, all you have to do is just get out, and you can press function again F5, and that gets you out to your normal mode. And to activate that profile, there's function F7, as you can see, and you get that profile. And what's cool is that this is actually mixed with your RGB color combo, so I can still do the wavy and the flashing, as you can see, and it will just leave these key alone. So if you want to set up kind of like a gaming profile for, like, you know, Dota, League of Legends, you know, CSGO, Overwatch, whatever, you can set up your color, and then you can still have your normal reactive mode or any of the other, you know, pulsating mode, whatever, and it won't override these colors. These just stay here. So I just want to give you guys an idea what the keyboard sound like from this distance. You were looking at about 2 feet away where I'm sitting. So I also just want to pull the key off, just give you an idea and show you what's underneath. So as you can see here, this is the MX RGB switch here. This is a blue switch. As you can see though, just give you an idea. Of course, these keys are pretty standard, and you can replace them with whatever you want. But of course, these has a pretty nice font and pretty nice typeface to them, which I'm happy with the performance. Again, with the RGB color, you have all those profile built-in, and then you can do some recording of your own. You can customize each key to your liking. When you set the color you like, you can set a bunch of them to the same color and then swap to the next color. The process at first was a little bit daunting, but if you read the user manual, just follow it really careful. It's not too bad. I do wish they do have the software though that would make it a little bit faster, and you can, you know, steal other people's profile, which would be quite faster instead of making your own. But hey, if you're into that, that's pretty good. Otherwise, just leave into one of the fading or one of the reactive mode, and you'll be okay with that too. Alright guys, so that's basically my quick review of these 2 items. I only spent about a week on them or so. I would like to say thank you to Rosewheel for sending these units out for me to review. This keyboard again is about $120 currently, and of course right now Rosewheel is running a promotion, and I'll leave the link in the description box below, and along with a coupon code that you can use, and it will save you about 15%. If you guys found this video helpful, please give it a like and consider subscribing, and stay tuned for more future videos. Thanks.